guy. That's twice now I've tried to schedule the start of a live for a different time, and twice now I've managed to bugger it up one way or another. Well, I've got to say a massive, massive thank you to my man Liam. He has done a smashing job, including Susan. I mean, I come home from the hospital the other day, and Susan was in the pond, up to her eyeballs in mud, with me wellies on. So yeah, it's still looking a bit like the Battle of the Somme out there, that's for sure. So, but we are getting there. How we doing, Chris, my brother? So yeah, we are getting there. I will take you outside in a minute to have a little one back off. Trying to turn the tap off with a wrist I shouldn't be using. But how we doing, Scrag, Gwen? Yep, well, what size would a new pond be? I don't know in actual water volume until I fill it up, because I'm not one for believing calculations off of measurements. So I will wait until I've actually got the water meter on it. How we doing, everyone that's joined in? Evening, Alan, Nick, Simon. How's Pa? Pa is he's better. He is better. He's now conscious. He's got a tracheotomy thing in his throat. He can talk when that's been taken out, and I thought to put on, but he can only do that for very short periods of time. He's still in ICU at Frimley Park, so it's still a daily drive for me and Mark, backwards and forwards. But the team that have been looking after him have been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, absolutely phenomenal. I cannot fault them. Any of the members of staff that I've had any dealings with up at Frimley Park Hospital, they have been absolutely amazing. And yeah, they've kept us in the loop, but they've kept us in the loop in a way that we could understand it, if that makes any sense. He's on his first day today off of the dialysis machine, so we are fingers crossed that tomorrow he is still off the dialysis machine. He has still got what the nurse told me was he still has an acute kidney injury, but from all indications it is slowly starting to work. So this, I think it's a 72 hour, they call it a holiday. So hopefully that will be even better. I mean, from the last time I spoke to you during the live, he's since been closed back up, because they had to, when they did the initial operation, which was 8.5 hours long, yeah, it really did. He was on a knife edge, but in comparison to that, yes, he is on the mend. He had his voice box in today, and he even managed to give me a little bit of shit, so he must be getting better. But like I say, it is going to be a really long, slow journey. He's going to be in the IC unit for a little while yet, but we have had promises that as soon as he's off of all of the machinery, including like the air one to help him breathe, and he's stable, they will get him moved home to Basingstoke Hospital, where it will make life a lot easier for us. Because yeah, he's sat in a queue for up to 50 minutes just to try and get a car parking space to go into the hospital to visit him most days. So yeah, but He's going, yes, he is going in the right direction, and yeah, to see a difference in Mum over the last couple of days since we started to get a little bit of progress out of him has been really good to see, because it has really, I say it still has, and it has met Mum for 6. I've never seen my mum like this before. Usually she's so strong and everything else, but yeah, I've seen a completely different side to her. That I'm 51 years old, and it's the first time I've ever seen it. So yeah, it's not Mum for 6, which is why at the moment I'm up there every day with her. She has told me that I'm to do my live on Sunday this week. So, yes, Mum, not going to argue with you. Not going to argue with her at all, because I tell you what, she's got a wicked fucking left hook. But before my right hand that swelled up like a balloon, I did manage to get some bricklaying done in here for the biofilter, and then the next day, honestly, I've shown some videos to a few people out there, Stubbsy being one, and literally it's gone down now, but literally my knuckles disappeared and it looked like I had a club for a hand. So yeah, I was on strict instructions from both Susan, Liam, Mum, that I wasn't to do anything. So yeah, I've had to put a stop on the biochamber. But if all being well tomorrow and it's feeling alright, fucking slugs. All being well, after tonight, tomorrow morning, hopefully, I'll be able to get Liam to make me a mix and get the last of these bricks in. So let me move that, because that's part of the shower filter. Right. Well, that is the old configuration for the shower that I was going to be putting up, Scrag. It's all changed now. Let me spin you around. And while I spin you around, I've got to say a massive thanks to Danny's Koi and Aquatics for mug number 89, and a shout to Jill and John Wayside Print and Design, because I won their giveaway and they've done me an awesome Merry Twisted mug with my new logo and a new sign to go on Longblock's door. So yeah, big thanks to them too. But this is where we're at. This is the Vince only use, because there's no working guard on it. But we are halfway there on the biochamber, because the inner brick will be coming up to this black line, and the outer brick will be slightly above it. Now, what I have been doing is I've been filling in the holes on the engineering bricks and smoothing everything off in there. And the reason for that is I was originally going to put a liner in it, but getting me and a liner in there and get it folded in without no bad creases or anything just ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen. So I'm filling it all in and smoothing it all off. And once I've got the holes in here, one there and one there, and when I say holes, they will be 2 3-inch holes there and there. Once the wall is complete, I will then be getting some rubberized pond paint, and I will be painting the inside, because that is not just a major part of the biological filtration for the pond, but it's also my returns. So it's going to go bottom drain to the drum, which is being refurbished by my man Matt, from Howie Kai, and then it's going to go from the drum to the pump. Pump will go up over the 2 showers and back down again into the bio chamber, which will then gravity return through the 2 3-inch pipes back to the pump. And then we'll have the skimmer. We'll go from the skimmer to the pump. It will then go from the pump through the 2 tempests that are going to be here, over the shower, back into the bio chamber, gravity return back to the pond. And I've emptied the media out of both easy pods. I've also emptied the media out of my bio chamber. That gives me 3 sacks. That gives me 3 rubble sacks full of floating plastic media. And I reckon with this here air pump, I can get at least another 2.5 rubble sacks full of active K1 in there. That is mental. Absolutely mental. Evening mooring, and yes, he is on the mend, but it's going to be a long, slow process. So yeah, that is pretty much the how the filtration's going to run. But like I say, I've just got to get the last of the bricklaying done, and then get in there and get all the smoothing down done. I'm also up for a while anyway, because I knew there'd be a wobble when I moved fish out from the growing on tank and split them between the 2. I knew that there would be a wobble, and yeah, we've got fluke in that one, and there's trick in that one. So there's PP treatment going on in that one. Oh look, my battery's died on me light. I'll have to find another one now. And this one's having a PP treatment before the fluke P goes in. So yeah, that's where we're at there. And we are a little wet down here, but that will be gone come the morning. And the reason it's a little bit wet down there is because I had no choice, but I had to get the filters cleaned on these before I even thought about putting any kind of treatment in. So in that broke through down there. But we have got the woodwork in, which will create our footings. So we'll go all the way along to there, and we go up, and then what I'm going to do is this concrete here, I'm actually going to brick and block into it and round it, so it'll actually become part of the wall. Same with the bit of concrete that's over there swinging in the breeze. We will block in and around that. And the sharp ones of you out there will notice that it is slimmer here than it is down there. And that is because everything, measurement wise, is coming off of that patio wall, which is now the patio itself. The area is compact, done. There's building sand underneath that, ready for when I get the slabs, and then patios in. But because we've come off of this wall nice and straight, make it's out in that corner. And the reason it's out in that corner is because I built long block round the old pond. So long block actually does that. So that's why we're wider on that end than we are on this end. And we're slimmer overall on this side to the rest. And that is because I wanted the blocks to come straight up the front of long block, because long block is part of the going to be part of the structure as well, because we're going to be taking the blocks literally to the bottom of that windowsill. So what will happen is, as we build up on edge, I will backfill behind with rubble and concrete, and that will just sort that bit out. I'll just have to do a bit of jiggery pokery when it comes to doing the old capping. But digging wise, only one thing left to do, and that is pinpoint the center, and then go from the center to underneath that pipe, because that's my skimmer pipe. So we're going to go from there across there underneath, so the pipe can go through and then come up the other side of that fitting there. So I want it to come out about here. Yeah. And then it will come up and then into the drum. So that's the plan. But yeah, we've got a good 9 inches or so in depth in places along there. There's a load of flint and everything in there already, as well as bits of metal. And I was driving the bits of metal into the ground, and then the lump hammer slipped and I twisted my wrist, and I got so sick of it in bits of flint I almost launched the lump hammer across the fucking pond. So in the end I said, fuck it, I'll just dump it in, and then we can concrete round it. It'll hold it all in place. Tell you, it ain't going anywhere anyway, that's for sure, because this is virgin ground. With that, this is the first time that this clay is actually being dug out, and we've also got a real big chalk seam that goes all the way through there. So it's definitely not going to move, that's for sure. No panning for gold, Dean. I ain't that fucking lucky. But because I'm going to be building the wall with the with the blocks on edge, we're going to have a pillar in that corner, in the middle, and then on this end, well, it'll be an L sort of pillar, bop, and then you have the wall with the gap between. Well, up until the point I get to about 8 inches below this level, I'll pack it all down with soil. That's why everything else has been bagged, and then we'll lay another row of concrete, and then in between those pillars I will then build with bricks. So the up strength on the walls from outside of the where it's below ground, if you see what I mean, will have a better structure to it. And I don't have to worry so much about this wall, other than as I'm coming up and I start getting into this wall, what I will do is I will drill in some brick ties to then completely tie it all into place. No Rick, but Holding Pond is doing really well at the moment, and I'll tell you what, I will actually pick the camera up tomorrow during the day and I'll do a little video of how they're looking out there. But I have also got to put together a lot of footage that Susan's been taking while I haven't been here, and I've been up at the hospital with Ma and Pa. And
my apologies now.
Yeah, so while I've been up the hospital, Ma and Pa, and when Susan hasn't been working, like I say, she's been in that hole with my wellies on that flop about on her foot, something wicked. You know, while I've been sat up the hospital. But yeah, they've done an absolutely awesome job. But yeah, a lot of this soil will disappear It fucking better do, because I've still got that lot to try and get rid of. But we got ballast, building sand, sharp sand. The only thing we haven't got is, well, I've got 1.5 bags of cement, and then we've got 220 concrete blocks. And juicens, oh fuck me. I ordered and paid for 220 blocks. Well, they got delivered, signed, he's fucked off, I've gone it. And I've come back out, and now I'm not good with maths, so I went, right, there's 1, 2, 3 rows, counted along, got the old calculator out. I fucking thought there was blocks missing, there was 4 blocks short. When I phoned Juicen up, their actual response was, oh, well, we did try to get as close to your order as possible. We'll just refund it back to your company. I said, I'm not a company. I said, I wanted 220 blocks. I need 220 blocks. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, fucking right, I'm sure. 20 minutes later, 2 blokes in a car turned up with 4 blocks. Fucking right, I know. You know what I mean? Just think, though, the amount of times they could have shorted building sites and companies. You know what I mean? Really do. How these people get away with it sometimes, I do not know. But yeah, that's where we're at the moment. So, is there a... Huh? Yeah. Is there any questions out there on what I've done so far and how I intend to do it? Oh, and a massive thank you to my man, the lesser spotted Ricardo, who actually sent Rocket Boy home to me yesterday, a bag full of bowl of doomfish. It really did. It blew me away. It absolutely blew me away. But yeah, we are going to have another go through these in here, because there has been some real nice growth off of some of them. There's my ground show with a difference fish. It's looking a bit bitty at the moment because I've had the air pumps on full. But yeah, there's some really nice Ginrin Shisui in there. In fact, Ricardo is a diamond. But yeah, there was 6 Ginrin Shisui in the bag yesterday. I was over the moon. Well, I'm always over the moon when I get fish from the forest. How am I insulating the pond? Well, all I'm putting in is 1-inch polystyrene, floor and walls. It's never going to be a heated pond. So why do I need to worry about 4 inches of Celotex or polystyrene when that chops into the amount of water that I'm going to end up having? Can you see what I mean? What pond paint am I going to use for the biochamber? I haven't made my decision on that one yet. I know as G4 is one, but that's more of a paint. I'm hoping to find something more in the G-Love used on his massive pond that he's got. He used like a rubberized paint as opposed to a paint, if that makes any sense. And I think that's what the G4 is just a paint. But yeah, I want that rubberized side to it as well. But yeah, if there's any suggestions out there from anyone who knows a decent one to use, I'm all ears. I'm all ears. Anyway, the biggest kicker for me so far in the pond build was I got the price for a skip and then shit myself. It's not quite their bedtime yet. Yeah, I looked at the price of a skip and then shit myself, and it ended up getting two people in the end, both a man with a van, and that was thanks to Liam and FaceAsk, because as you know I don't have Facebook, and yeah, Liam was like, don't worry, I'll find someone, and the first time round, £100, it was all gone. So in total, to get rid of the front of the porch, the walls of the porch that were left, and what was left in the ceiling, as well as the metal from the walls of the pond and everything else, mate, it was... He ended up turning up with his van, and he brought his son-in-law with a dirt great trailer, and we filled the trailer and his van, and that was just with what we took out. Mind you, I did get to insulate the whole of the roof with the old walls of the pond. So yeah, this up here is the insulation that was in between the metal walls. What's that, Simon? I'd put a box rod liner in it, no fluffing around, slip straight in, no painting, no punting coating. Yeah, there is that. Maybe I should have a chat with Howard Matthias. How we doing, Danny? How we doing? So yeah, the plan is get the bricklaying done in here tomorrow, hoping to get the concrete in the footings. Mate, I'd love to have my pond fiberglass, but I just can't afford it, you know. Just wouldn't be able to. If I had the materials, I'd probably look at fiberglass in the biochamber, because that shouldn't cost a great deal. Yeah, I missed the comment there. I'll get it. Cheers, Dan. Cheers. I'll give you a call sometime over the weekend. We'll have a chat. But yeah, I'm glad I kept hold of this, because this is going to be an integral part of my shower. In the fact that I've worked it out that these grey boxes I've got here will fit exactly in the gap that I've got, but this edge here, this lip, sits perfectly on the brick. So what I've worked out is, if I get the old angle grinder on the brickwork, I can then drop that in place, and then the boxes on the back side will be sat on the box on that, and the front edge will be on the brickwork. And then because the outer skin is going to be that much higher, it also will act as like a drip curtain, if that makes any sense. Evening, Brett, how we doing? Cheers, brother. It means a lot. It really does. And I'd like to thank everyone out there that has reached out to me personally, and all the nice comments that have been left on the last live that I did the other week. So yeah, massive thank you to everyone that has reached out. It does mean a lot, and it's humbling as well to know that there is a lot of people out there that you might not actually know, as in a lot of my subscribers, I wouldn't know what half of you look like, because I don't know you in that respect, you see what I mean? But to be made to feel like I have been by my subscribers. It sometimes it's hard to put it into words, but yeah, I am really, really grateful from the support that I've had with everyone. So yeah, anyway, I did say this was only going to bring a bit. Get your teeth in for this one. Mind you, it's getting on now. It feels like again. Anyway, guys, so yeah, I thought it'd just be a brief update on where we're at the moment, both with the pond build and par. Dave, can drop me an email. My email address is in my channel description. Drop me an email with your number and I will give you a call. It'll be a lot easier to converse and everything else. But yeah, I just wanted to touch base, let everyone know how we've got on so far. Yeah, I've got a back garden that looks like the song, but it won't be much longer, because once we've got the hole done for the bottom drain pipe work and stuff, once we've got it leveled out, I'll then be putting sharp sand down to start with, and then we'll whacker that down, and then I'll go over with a skimmer building sand, because then the plan was then to line the whole pond with an inch of polystyrene and then drop the box of liner in there. So yeah, that was the plan. Paul, how are you feeling, Paul? How are you getting on? Are you recovering? Oh man, Paul Higginson has just dropped in the comments there. He's had a major operation on his heart, bless him. Cheers, Brett. But yeah, like I say, I just wanted to touch base, let you know that I am still about. There will be a video coming out. The first video that comes out will be all the video footage that Susan has taken over the last almost 2 weeks. Sure, it's almost 2 weeks now. So yeah, on that note, I would like to say a massive thank you to everyone that's popped on this evening. It really does mean a lot. I will drop a video over the weekend at some point in time. I will be live this Sunday under Mars orders. So as always, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Twisted Koi. You are out there, you know you're great, and we will see you over the weekend, guys. Thank you all very much. Have a good night. Have a good weekend.